Hello dear traders. Today we'll talk about an indicator called Template VR Switcher. This indicator lets you switch templates in MetaTrader terminal with just one button. You need another template, press the button, you got it. Another one, press, got it. You need previous one again, press another button, here it is. Switching templates is not the only function. This indicator can also create template backups, synchronize templates with other MetaTrader terminals, and some other interesting things. Now I will show you how it works and how to use it. So let's begin. To start using the indicator, we need to install it. It doesn't matter if you use MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. The indicator is compatible with both versions. Here is what you need to do. In your terminal interface, press File button in the upper left corner. Then select Open Data folder. In window that popped up, depending on the version of your MetaTrader terminal, select a folder named MQL5 or MQL4. In my case, it's MQL5. Next, go to Indicators folder, and here I would recommend creating a new folder for the indicator. In my case, I called it Templates, and then I copied the indicator file there. That's the most convenient way. After you copy the file, please note its extension. For MetaTrader 5, it will be .ex5, and for MetaTrader 4, it will be .ex4. If you install ex4 version for MetaTrader 5, it will not work, and vice versa. Yes, the indicator is the same, but file extensions are different. Now, in the Navigator panel, right-click anywhere inside Indicators section and press Refresh. And then you will see a folder with new indicator. So now the indicator is installed in MetaTrader terminal. The first launch. To launch the indicator, just drag and drop it directly on your graph. I will explain all the settings later. For now, I'm just going to show you how it works. Everything is very simple. You installed the indicator and now you can see the menu with arrows on the sides. Right now we see no templates because it's the first time we launched the indicator. It just created some folders for itself and there are no templates in there yet. The templates you may have created before using standard method with the right click, templates, all of those. Those are not visible for the indicator and not used by it. Later I'll show you how to make them visible for the indicator, but for now let's focus on indicator itself. So you installed it and it tells you that there are no templates. Let's press on this No Templates button and save our first empty template. Let's call it Test 1. It'll save current state as a template. Now let's add some elements to our graph, like trend lines, Fibonacci levels, or any shape objects we need. We can also add other indicators. Simply speaking, we are creating a workspace we like. So we added some elements. And since it has Fibonacci levels, I want to call this template Fibo to easily identify it later. I enter the name and then press the Save button. Done, it is saved. If we need the first template with clean graph, we just press Test 1. If we need Fibonacci levels again, we just press Fibo and then we get our levels and other elements back on screen. Let's make some other changes traders usually make. Let's add another indicator and another one Now there are 3 of them. Let's also add this object. Now let's save it as 3 indicators. And now it is saved invisible. Again, if we need clean graph, we just need to select test 1. If we need Fibonacci levels, we just press Fibo. We need our 3 indicators, we press the button, and here they are. And that's how it works. You add objects to your graph, you save templates, and then you can easily switch between them with just one click. If you have a lot of templates or just don't want to see this whole panel, just press the template name in uppermost section and then you're left with a little panel and 2 buttons. Right arrow switches to next template, left arrow does the opposite. And you can always see current template's name. Like here's Fibo template we created earlier, and here is 3 indicators template. Everything is simple and easy to understand. Everything controlled by just one click. I actually created this indicator for myself to save me the trouble of opening the menu, then navigating it, then choosing where to save the template. All this time waste made me sick, so I created the indicator to do it in one click. Now, how to transfer and use templates you may already have. Let's say we have a bunch of templates here. You already put some effort in them and you want the indicator to see and use them, and right now it doesn't. Well, it is simple. Select a template. It doesn't have the indicator on it. Just put the indicator on it then. Important note, which I will repeat several times in this video. The indicator settings you make before saving the template are the settings the template will later be loaded with. It is important to remember, and it is a very useful feature. So we added it. And here are our 3 templates, 3 indicators, Fibo, and test. The template we loaded is called ADX, so let's keep the name, and here it is saved. And that's it. We just transferred a template to the indicator folder. Let's get back to our first template, then check if everything is okay with Fibo. Now here is ADX, and here is 3 indicators template. Let me show this again. To load the template you previously created with standard tools, just select it in the menu and then add the indicator to it. Then press OK, the indicator appears, and then you just simply give the template the name it had before, for example Bollinger Bands. Then you press Save, and now you have it here. ADX, 3 indicators, Fibo, and our empty test template. That's how it all works. Everything is simple. You select a template and it opens. You select, it opens. You need to save a new one, just enter a name and press Save. One more feature I want to show you. Let's say you've made some changes like moving lines, creating this square, or adding other objects. After that, you don't have to save the template again. The indicator will do it for you. Look, now we are in 3 indicators workspace, then we switch to ADX, do something there, let's say add this line, and when we switch back to 3 indicators, all the changes you've just made are saved there. The indicator saves everything automatically. And again, you don't have to open the menu, templates, then save it somewhere. No, everything is done without your effort. Usually a trader has 5 to 15 templates. After you created them once, you can just switch between them, make any changes you need, and the indicator will save everything for you. That's how this indicator works, and that's how you can use templates with it. Now let's get to backup function. What is backup? Backup helps you save your work from accidental damage. We're all humans, and we all have friends, wives, and children who can accidentally click or draw something and pretty much ruin everything. That's especially true for children. Kids love to storm in, press some buttons, click everywhere with a mouse, so your templates can be damaged or even deleted. To prevent those kinds of accidents, you can use backup. You can create backups by manually copying template folders, but this indicator already has backup functionality built in it. With just one click, you can back up your templates and keep your hard work safe. To do this, for example for our 5 templates, we just need to press this up and right arrow button. Then the window will appear letting us know that backup is successful. There is a thing worth noting. Backup files have the highest priority. It means that before creating new backups, the backup folder is completely cleared, and only after that a new backup copy is saved. Basically, the indicator supposes that if you are creating backup, you are saving currently most important data. That's why the backup folder is cleared before saving backup files. Here is the example. We just made a backup and indicator told us about it. Now let's delete some templates imitating misbehaving children. Everything is gone, our work is lost. But thanks to backup, we can just press the down left arrow button. The indicator lets us know that backup is successfully restored, and our templates are back again. And we can use them as we want. So that's how backup function works. Useful feature that helps you keep your template safe from sad occasions like broken computer or anything like that. Now, even if something bad happens, your work results are safe. Now, let's continue to another useful function, which is synchronizing templates among other MetaTrader terminals on your computer. Template synchronization lets you transfer your templates to all of the MetaTrader terminals installed on your computer. So you don't have to dig in all the folders, copy files, check if everything is in place, check dates, try not to do anything the wrong way. You don't have to do that. This can be done in just one click. Right now I have MetaTrader 5 open, but for MetaTrader 4 everything works just the same way. And we're about to synchronize 2 terminals. I'll put this window right here. And I have one more terminal right here. I know that some traders use more than one terminal on the same computer. And for them, there are some important rules to remember and follow. Everything I will tell you right now can be found on the indicator description page. The indicator must be installed in all of your terminals in the same folder. Remember when I told you to create a separate folder during installation? Like I did here. This is needed for synchronization to work properly. What do we need to do next? Let's open our first terminal, then go to File, Open Data folder. Then go to MQL folder, then Indicators, and here is our indicator folder. I'll keep it in here and put a terminal on the left. In second terminal we got to do the same. File, Open Data folder, MQL folder, Indicators. And then we will copy our indicator folder right in here. Paste. And now our indicators are in the same folder relative to MQL5 folder. You can see it here. MQL5 indicators templates. The same is here, MQL5 indicators templates. So the paths are the same. It is important. If paths to indicators will differ, even by one simple space you might not even see, the indicator will not be able to load and will prompt error. So do everything the way I just showed you and everything will be fine. Here my indicator has gone a little bit too far to the right and I cannot see it. I'll just delete it for a moment and then put it back so the window would open right at the center. It looks a little bit wrong because I didn't set one particular thing right. I will tell you about this setting in a moment. This time I did everything right and I can see my template. Now I will install the indicator in second terminal. Then open Input Settings and then set the setting the same way to Disabled State for now. Since the left terminal has Russian language, the indicator is in Russian too. The indicator supports both Russian and English. Even the pop-ups are in both languages, Russian and English. Now we need to synchronize templates. To do this, we need to press this button with a little computer icon on it. It sends our templates to other terminals. I should note that just as when you're making backups, the templates you send have the highest priority. Which means that the folder you send them to is cleared first, and only then the new template files are created in it. The same logic applies. The indicator supposes that you worked on creating these templates, that changes you made are most recent and important, and since you've decided to send these templates to another terminal, this data is the most up-to-date and important. So when the indicator in another terminal gets these templates, they have the highest priority. If these templates are not present in the second terminal, they will just be copied to it and become available in it. If they are already there and their names are the same, then templates you already have will be replaced by the ones you sent. So, let's try to synchronize our templates. Press the computer button. Indicator shows the message saying that templates are sent successfully. And now we will receive them here. Done. We synchronized our templates. Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci levels we've created before, test 1, everything is loaded and available in the second terminal. Now let's make some changes to see how it actually works. Let me make some changes in this terminal, like drawing a couple of lines on the test 1 template. Done. Here are some new lines on it. Now let's check if everything is saved. OK. Now I press the computer button to send this synchronization data to other terminals. I get the success message. And now I want to receive this data here. I haven't done it yet, so if I open test1 template, there is nothing on it. But as soon as I press this button, I receive my template with all the new lines from another terminal. So that's how synchronization works. Now let's talk about some important things you need to keep in mind when using synchronization. Let me remind you that the indicator will be loaded with the settings you saved it with. Next, path to your indicator folders must be the same for all of your terminals, at least the ones you are going to use synchronization in. And last thing, considering the indicator settings, specifically the symbol prefix setting. What is it for? I am sure you've seen brokers who have the currency pairs end with some symbols after them, like EURUSD.X, EURUSD-I, EURUSD.M. Well, those .x and .m parts is what we call prefix. And if you have it as EURUSDX in one of your terminals and just EURUSD in another one, the indicator will not understand what's going on. Different symbols, different folders, it will just get lost. And it will not work as it should. So, if you have this prefix in your terminal, you need to specify this prefix here, or synchronization will simply not work at all. If you have it as .m, just put .m in this field, and now everything will synchronize just fine. Everything will transfer from folder to folder and from terminal to terminal without any problem. So specifying this prefix in the indicator settings is crucial for synchronization to work. Well, that's it for synchronization feature. Now let's get to this separate templates by symbols setting and see what it does. Separate templates by symbols setting helps you separate your templates. It is completely up to you to use it or not. If you use the same set of templates on different symbols like euro to dollar, dollar to pound, etc., then it might be better for you to set it to disabled. In other words, turn it off. Then you will be able to see all your templates on any currency pair. Let me show you how it works. So, here I set the setting to disabled. And here on pound to dollar, I disable it too. As you can see, the same set of templates is displayed in both windows, in pound one and in the euro one. But if you prefer to separate templates and use some of them only for pound to dollar and some only for euro to dollar, then enabling the setting may be a good idea. Then when you work, for example, with euro to dollar pair, you will not see any other templates except ones you've made for this pair. Well, let's take a look. Settings. Now I change it to enabled. Done. And we have no templates for pound to dollar pair. We did not create any. But there are some for euro to dollar pair. This setting is here so you don't have to see 20 or 30 templates on every graph. But if you use, let's say, 2 or 3 templates for all of your graphs, you can do it too. There are some interesting features I've added. Let me show them to you. Here, take a look. There is a mode in which your templates work with all financial instruments. If you put the instrument surrounded by round brackets, for example, GBP/USD in the template name, and the name itself can be anything you want, the GBP/USD part is important here, and then save this template, then after that, when you load this template, the pound to dollar pair will open. Let me show it again. For example, I need, let's say, USD CHF, which stands for Swiss franc. I put it in brackets, then write some name for a template and save it. Here I switched to pound because it is in the template name. And here I switched to Swiss franc and now I can see a corresponding graph. It is not important if you use uppercase or lowercase. The indicator will understand you. I made sure of that. So, if you use some templates everywhere and some only for specific symbols, you can specify the financial instruments in bracket, and this instrument will open when you load the template. This trick only works when separate templates by symbol setting is disabled. If you enable the setting, this trick will not work, because now you already separate templates by symbols. There is also one thing I forgot to mention in the synchronization section, so I guess I will do it now. If you put an exclamation mark before the template name, like I do right here, then this template will not be synchronized. It will only appear in one MetaTrader terminal. So the exclamation mark tells the synchronization function not to synchronize the template. I made this feature in case you don't want to synchronize some of your templates. Now we are done with separating templates by symbols, so let's get to automatic template switching. So, the automatic template changing. There can be some situations in which you need to watch multiple financial instruments, or multiple templates, or multiple analyzes. That's what automatic template changing is made for. I see it as a very useful tool which I use pretty often because I work with multiple financial instruments. Automatic template changing frequency can be set in indicator settings. The setting is called automatic template change, and here I have it set to 3 seconds. So templates will change every 3 seconds. You need to keep in mind that it takes 3 seconds and at least 1 tick to change. If there is no tick in that period, then it will take a little bit longer. I will keep it set to 3 seconds, and now to activate template changing I need to press this hourglass button. Let's watch. Now it's pound, 3 seconds later it's Swiss franc, 3 seconds later it's next template called 3 indicators, next ADX, next is Bollinger Bands template, then FIBO. Templates are changed automatically. So as the time passes, the next template will be opened every 3 seconds plus 1 tick. Now let's talk about some settings I didn't mention before and what they're used for. Indicator settings. What else can you adjust the way you like? Let me remind you once again, the indicator settings you save the template with are the settings this template will load with later on. So, I've already explained the separate by symbol settings and what it does. If you want to use all templates with all financial instruments, you set it to disabled. If you want to have a clear separation, like templates for pound to dollar, templates for euro to dollar, etc., then you can enable this function. Symbol prefix is already covered too. It's used for synchronization purposes. If you have a prefix in your terminal, you need to specify this prefix here, or synchronization feature will not work. Next, automatic template change. Its value is time in seconds. Next, sound. It is disabled by default, but you can enable it. Here is what's going to happen after that. There will be a sound effect when you switch templates. I don't know if you can hear it, it's some kind of roulette sound. And when you press specific template, there is gonna be a click sound. Right now I clicked on some templates and there was no sound. That's because those templates load with settings in which sounds are disabled. Here, in this test template, sounds are enabled, so we can hear clicks. Next. Use the trash instead of deleting files. One more interesting feature that protects your templates from being accidentally deleted. If it is enabled, then templates are not deleted completely but moved to the trash folder. It can store up to 1000 templates. When the amount of them will get higher than that, you'll get a message telling you that you need to clear the folder. This feature is here to let you restore your template in case you accidentally deleted it. To get to the trash folder, you need to go to File, Open Data folder, then MQL folder, Files, App Data Trading Go, VR Template Switcher, and there you will find a folder called Trash. And there will be all of your accidentally deleted templates. I enabled it if I remember it right. If you have Separate by Symbol enabled, then each symbol folder will have its own trash folder, where you can find your deleted template. Next setting. Indicator keyboard control feature. You can enable it, and then left and right arrow keys on your keyboard will switch templates. Since this feature is disabled for other templates, they are not switched now. I can press the button all day long and nothing will happen. because template is loaded with the keyboard control feature disabled. Well, next. Indicator prefix, TR. This prefix is needed to prevent the indicator from deleting or using graphic objects from other indicators or your custom-made ones. Basically, it's just like magic number in advisors. All objects the indicator creates for itself will have this TR prefix in their names. Let's take a look. Object list, list all, and here you can see it, TR, 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 TR. It means that other indicators cannot influence our indicator's objects, and our indicator also cannot influence other indicators' objects. You don't actually need to change this setting. Next, position on the chart. Top center means that the indicator will be placed at the top center of the graph. Top left moves it to the left, top right moves it to the right. Other three settings, bottom left, bottom center, and bottom right, do exactly the same thing, but for bottom part of the graph. Let's use bottom center for example. OK, close. And now our indicator is placed in the bottom. Since next template is saved with default top center setting, the indicator is placed back on the top. This feature can be useful if you have other indicators creating objects like tables or control panels or anything like that. As an example, let's say I prefer to have this menu placed at top center position, but there is another indicator that creates a window in the same position. So I can move the indicator, let's say, to the right on this template, and when I load these templates, two indicators will not overlap. Next setting. Position along x-axis and y-axis. You can enter some number here, positive or negative, and the indicator will be shifted to the left or to the right. That's for x. For y, everything is just the same, but the indicator will be moved up or down relative to top center point because it is set as default position. Buttons width. Here you can change indicator size and make it bigger or smaller, but do not forget to also change text size. So, now both sizes are set to 25. Let's make it 30 and make text size bigger. 12 should be enough. As you can see, everything is bigger now. Of course, we can make it even bigger. If you have some vision issues, this setting can be a lifesaver. Let's turn it up to 50 and text size to 16. OK. And now our indicator is huge. And the last couple of settings, the color settings. For example, black color scheme. Some people like it black. In that case, just select black scheme and the indicator will look all black and white with some red. I made a few schemes, but if you suggest some interesting color scheme, I will add it too. Here is the gray scheme. Gray, white, red. And there is also a blue scheme. That's how it looks like. You can also set custom color settings yourself. Well, actually not right now, but it will be implemented in next version. 2052 or 2053. So I've told you everything about this indicator. Now it's time for a conclusion. So, a small conclusion. VR template switcher indicator was created to make your work in MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 terminal convenient and comfortable. You can do anything in one click. You can see all of your templates. You can use some automatic features like financial instrument selection. You can back up your templates so they are safe from accidents and then restore them in just one click. You can synchronize templates with other terminals. A little note here. Templates from MetaTrader 5 can only be synchronized with other MetaTrader 5 terminal, and the ones from MetaTrader 4 only with MetaTrader 4. It will not work for two different versions. Well, this indicator is simple, easy to use, and very useful. One more thing about synchronization though. If you synchronize templates that have indicators on them, then these indicators must be installed in another terminal too, or templates will load without them. Just a little note. You can open templates with just one click on template's name or arrow button. You can place the indicator in any position you want. You can delete, save, and load templates and feel comfortable working with them. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I tried to keep it as simple as possible to answer any possible questions. I hope that you liked this video and that this indicator will be of good use for you. Thank you for your time. If you like that kind of reviews of software, then subscribe, press the like button, and share this video. By doing so, you will help me and my channel a lot. You can download this indicator using the link below. Thank you once again, and the times are rough, so take care and be safe. Goodbye.